Okay, well, before we invite Kolyat and everybody else up for the service for Thane, out of respect for him, let's change out of this casual look. Let's put something proper on. Let's see, which one is this? Up, the leather jacket. Nah. Let's put on the dress blues. There we go. Alright, let's wear that out of respect for Thane. Yeah, Shepard wouldn't wear the hoodie to Thane's memorial service. Okay. Let's see, invite Kolyat. Now I get to properly say goodbye to one of the coolest characters ever.
We are gathered here to honor the life of Thane Kreos. Thane touched each of our lives in different ways. The Counselor knew him as a hero. The Normandy's crew knew him as a brother in arms, and others as a father devoted to his son.
He redeemed himself.
Though his life took him to very dark places, Thane cared for the better angels of our nature. Even when he was terminally ill, he ran through worn-torn streets to reach me because he knew I needed help. You all know the results of that day. An assassin, a professional criminal, gave his life for his galaxy. And now he can rest.
Yeah. It's one of the most heroic moments I've ever seen.
What I remember about Thane was his confidence. He told me once about how he remembered everything, even every mistake he made. If I did that, I'd be a nervous wreck. Thane kept it under control.
It's strange, but the last word I'd label Thane with is assassin. We covered each other in firefights. That makes him a partner.
Awesome.
Thane's last stand was important. But let us also remember why Thane left the Normandy. To keep his son away from a life of crime. Deeds such as these do not go unnoticed by the universe. They echo in all who hear them. That is why I am here.
Thane took himself seriously, a trait with which I did not always agree. I tried to make him laugh on several occasions. But what I interpreted as a lack of humor was masking a great effort. Thane was turning his life around, in a way few organics do.
The day Thane came onto the Normandy, all Kelly and I knew about him was that he could probably kill us all with a ballpoint pen. But after you got to know him, there wasn't any reason to be afraid. He let you know where you stood.
Yep.
Kolyat, do you,
There's just not enough good things to say about Thane. There's just so many you can't think of them all.
When I was little, I thought my father had it all figured out. He said men must be loyal to their friends and dangerous to their enemies. But when he prevented me from hurting someone, he had changed. He said enemies and ego are not as important as loved ones. I didn't want to hear it. I was lost. I called him a hypocrite in 1,000 different ways. Said that he was going soft. Now, I think maybe he did have it all figured out. That's all I can say. If anyone would like to continue, we'll be here.
What I meant to say is there's not enough time to say all the good things about him.
Looks like people are starting to clear out.
Commander, thank you for holding this event. In time, it will be a good memory.
I'm sure it will. It doesn't feel good, though.
I don't know if I'll be as philosophical about it. It's still kind of raw.
Yeah.
I understand. If you will excuse me, I should take this opportunity to speak with the counselor.
But what?
He is feeling grateful, and I want to point out there are some Solarian biologists who need funding. If anyone would be able to create a breakthrough in the treatment of Keppel syndrome,
Yeah.
it would be them.
Yeah. That's awesome. Wow. If the counselor could help the Solarian scientific department focus their attention on finding a cure for Keppel syndrome in Thane's memory, that would just be fantastic. Do it. I'll even help.
If you need someone to hold the counselor's feet to a fire, I'm there.
Yeah.
I appreciate the offer, but Counselor Valorn has recently orated about funding science during wartime. My odds are good.
Good to know.
Oh,
good to hear.
Before I go, I was organizing my father's possessions, and I came upon copies of video messages he tried to send you.
Oh, really?
I sent them to your extranet address. I hope they help more than they hurt.
Thanks.
Until we meet
Goliath.
again, Commander.
Thank you. Let's see, I think... Up. Check messages. Upstairs. Alright, so if you're a big fan of Thane, get ready. This can get pretty sad. Here we go. Alright, let's look at the first message. 3 different messages. There he is.
Shepard, I suppose I should thank you for my freedom. Leaving the Normandy was the right decision. It was saddening to see our crew go their separate ways, but it is better than answering questions in an Alliance interrogation room.
Huh.
I hope this message finds you well. As for me, I have moved into an apartment on the Citadel not far from Kolyat.
Huh. So these were during the 6 months I was under house
I think
arrest.
the first attack I had frightened him. I will spare you the details. It seemed very dramatic at the time,
He had an attack?
but in comparison to the Omega Relay, it was a child's game. In any case, good luck getting the Alliance to listen to you. Let's keep in touch.
Wow. And I was never able to get these.
Shepard, if you sent a message back, I didn't get it. I suppose communications from someone of my reputation would be restricted. The irony is, I am a danger to no one these days. I am even paying taxes on my investments. I can't expect Kolyat to do so if I don't. He is doing better. He has no significant other, and he is temperamental. But he is employed and staying out of crime.
Huh.
I can tell he's serious about changing. It has cost him more than a few friends. Send something back if you can, Shepard. I can only learn so much from news reports about you.
Wow. And Shepard was cut off from all communications during those 6 months he was under house arrest in Vancouver. So he couldn't receive nor send back any messages with Thane. Alright, let's look at this third and final message.
I have tried a false identity to try to get this message through to you. We'll see if it works. I have good news and bad. The good news is that Kolyat and I took a few days to visit Earth.
Really?
Light the shade of her eyes. Shrill sound of chirping stops. I scan the ground. See 2 tiny bodies locked by claws.
Huh.
Excuse me.
It's alright.
As I was saying, we saw a beautiful sunset in New Mexico. And a scorpion eating a cricket. I wish you could have joined us.
They went to see New Mexico.
The bad news is, I fainted and struck my head. Kolyat has convinced me to stay at Huerta Memorial on the Citadel.
Oh, no.
I will be there from now on. I still don't want to die in a hospital, but it's where the doctors are. And Kolyat. I love him. That means I must trust him.
Wow.
Goodbye, Shepard. Let me say that now, in case I cannot later.
Goodbye, Thane. And I'll tell you what, if you're playing as a female Shepard and you romanced Thane in Mass Effect 2 and you carried it through in this game, that message gets even more sad and emotional, because then he starts to say things for FemShep that pertain to the romance, and you'll even see FemShep, she'll start crying watching those messages because of it's just so sad. But I love that they added that in, that they wanted to give Thane a proper goodbye, a proper send-off. Okay. Alright, let's go with the leather jacket for a while. We've worn the hoodie a whole bunch. Let's go ahead and wear the leather jacket for a while. Yeah, here we go. Alright, I don't have any more invites, but there are people that said to meet them somewhere, so let's go ahead and head out, try and meet them. See, like I said, this is, it involves definitely going back and forth between the strip and the apartment, but they're all worth it. If you enjoyed all these characters, then it's definitely worth it to get these moments with these characters that you've spent all this time with. Some of them are goodbye, some of them are just like, man, what a great ride it's been, huh? Yeah, when this DLC was made, it was supposed to be like an amazing fan service. It was the final piece of work for Mass Effect 3 that the people at BioWare made, so it was all pretty much a goodbye to this Shepard trilogy within these characters. So anyway, here's the first guy. Here's Cortez. See, what does Cortez want? Oh boy. Stuck between saving and loading. That's never good. Why'd you bring the shuttle?
Welcome aboard, Shepard.
So where are we going?
Steve, what are you doing?
Activating external cameras.
Whoa. You can see through the walls.
I didn't know this shuttle had virtual windows.
Bet there's more you don't know about this bird.
What's that supposed
He wants
to
to
be?
show this shuttle
Before
off
Mass
to me?
Effect fields, there was no such thing as inertial dampeners.
Yeah?
Okay.
Feel this.
Whoa!
That, my friend, is unadulterated momentum. Want to really feel it?
Sure.
Show me.
Huh.
You see? Doesn't take much to pull a few G's. Back in the day, pilots would wear G-suits. It squeezes your body so that the blood stays in your head in tight maneuvers.
Yeah.
I'd wear a G-suit when flying my Trident. In a fighter, it's common to transfer power from the inertial dampeners to other systems.
Huh.
You miss flying fighters? Can't imagine you're too thrilled to be flying a shuttle.
Hell no. I'm not just any shuttle pilot. I'm your shuttle pilot. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Huh.
When you're on the ground, weapon in hand, you're invincible. But when we're approaching an LZ, you're just another soldier. Vulnerable. Nothing you can do if we're shot down.
Huh.
Getting you to the ground alive is a responsibility I wouldn't trust to anyone else.
Maybe Joker. No, I'm not gonna say that. Me neither.
I'm fortunate to have you, Steve.
Anytime, Shepard.
He's a good guy. He's cool. Don't really share his love of flying like he does, but we're buds. Alright, let's see. And Ash is at the bar. Just curious. Like I said, sometimes you just have these random encounters. I'm just curious. If I go to the arcade, is there anybody here waiting for me?
Have a good evening, man.
Welcome to Castle Arcade.
Take that.
Ah, those sounds.
Did you catch the updated
The sounds of an
reports on
arcade.
stripping enemies?
Oh, those are sounds I all know all too well. I love it.
Which gun to use for best armor penetration? As if anyone carries two guns anymore.
Think of prize in a newly restored closet upstairs.
Newly restored.
Stay out of trouble.
In these troubled times,
The real difficulty, of course, will be getting the hijack.
In Macbeth? What? They're talking about remaking Macbeth.
Good luck and good evening.
They're apparently recreating Shakespeare here on the Citadel.
What should we do first?
Anything else here? Oh, what's this? Oh, dance? Oh, we got to. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah. Do the shepherd. Do the shepherd. Okay. Alright, let's see what Ash wants. I'm pretty sure she wants a drinking contest. Which I'm going to try and talk her out of. Be like, come on.
I'm looking for a Lieutenant Williams.
Spectre Williams. Let's not forget, she's a Spectre now.
There you are. Ready to see who's the real Spectre and who's the pretender?
Excuse me? Alright, let's do it.
Whatever you say, Williams. Line them up.
That's what I like to hear. Rules are simple. I take a shot, you take a shot. Hesitate, game over.
Alright.
This shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, because I'm going to back out.
Glamorous and beautiful superstar Spectre agent first. Sorry-ass pretender next.
Nah.
What's this? The great and powerful Commander Shepard can't keep up?
I didn't want to destroy your fragile ego, Williams.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta let the underdog have its day.
Yeah.
Cut the crap, Commander.
Alright, you got me.
I fear for your liver, Williams.
You're just jealous.
Tuh. Uh-huh. What the?
Hey, my friend doesn't like alliance types.
Buddy, we're right in the middle of something.
I don't like alliance types either.
Oh man, do you know what that is? That's a reference to Star
Rain check.
Wars.
Yeah.
The bar scene in Mos Eisley. He doesn't like you. I don't like you either. That's great. Oh, great Star Wars reference. And Ash beats the crap out of him. That was hilarious. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that.
What can I get for you?
Oh man, that was so funny. Reenacting Star Wars in Mass Effect. The classic scene from the first movie.